Hi, in this video I will test how well Ubuntu Mate and Raspbian performs doing everyday tasks when run on a Raspberry Pi 3. Even though the Pi 3 is no match for a regular PC, I thought it would be interesting to see if it still could be used as some kind of lightweight alternative. It's obvious that the Pi 3 can't be used for more heavy workloads, but the interesting question is it fast enough to perform everyday tasks like surfing the internet, editing documents or doing graphics without frustrating users? And does it really matter that much if one uses Ubuntu Mate or Raspbian? LibreOffice is used to test how well a moderate-sized 45-page document is handled. Image editing is tested using GIMP, and I use Firefox or Iceweasel, which it's called on Raspbian, to test internet browsing. The first system I will test is Ubuntu Mate, but before doing the actual tests, look here how complete and nimble the user interface is. Ubuntu Mate actually looks a little like old school Ubuntu, and when looking closer, nothing really seems to be missing, even though we are not running on the full-blown PC. The version I'm running is version 16.04 with all the latest updates installed. Compared to Ubuntu Mate, Raspbian is a somewhat lighter desktop environment and isn't quite as streamlined and complete. But on the other hand, it feels a little more agile and fast when using the menu system, switching between programs and so on. The good thing is that both systems support out of the box the integrated Bluetooth and Wi-Fi devices on the Raspberry Pi 3. Ubuntu Mate in particular does this in a very user-friendly and streamlined way. In my first test, I'll see how long it takes to invoke LibreOffice Writer, from the time I click the icon to when it's ready for user input. I run the test twice. Now I run the test the second time. How long it takes to invoke LibreOffice is important, but what is really interesting is how well it handles documents with a reasonable amount of text and graphics content. Here in the desktop I have a 45-page document that contains both text and graphics. By opening it and waiting for LibreOffice to settle down, we should be able to measure the time it takes just to load the document. The next test will show how long it takes to get to the end of the document. I do this by holding down the page down button. Now let's repeat all the test procedures on Raspbian. As we have seen it all before, I will just fast forward to the end results. Just to compare the results to something much faster than Raspberry Pi, and something we probably all can relate to, I have also executed the same LibreOffice test on a 3.2 GHz Intel i5 Windows 7 machine, equipped with 12 GB of RAM and a fast SSD hard disk. It's obvious that a PC is much faster than both of the Raspberry Pi systems, but still, I'm rather impressed by how well they both run LibreOffice, and I'm pretty confident that any casual user easily could live with a slower speed. The people at the Raspberry Pi Foundation has made good progress optimizing Raspbian for the Pi hardware, and LibreOffice is noticeably faster when running on Raspbian. The LibreOffice test is not 100% compatible though, as version 5 is the default version on Ubuntu, whereas the latest Raspbian only supports version 4.3. Making a useful GIMP test turned out to be a little more challenging than I first expected. My first approach resulted in a list of filters I planned to run. Then I added things like scaling, layer operations, image modes, indexing, and so on. The list just got longer and longer. Then I realized that what will really keep a user from running GIMP on a Raspberry Pi is if things you do all the time, like zooming, panning, moving selected areas around, and so on, is painfully slow. There are so many filters, and most interactive ones actually runs acceptably fast on both Ubuntu and Raspbian. So I have decided to only do the most simple operations and see how well they run on the Pi. Comparing things like moving image blocks, zooming, panning and so on is not that easy. It's all about how it feels, not so much what timing figures shows. Sometimes just seeing how an application behaves is just as useful. The first thing I will test is how fast GIMP is able to load an image file on the different systems. For good measure, I run Windows 7 alongside the two Raspberry Pi systems. As expected, the PC is very fast and loads the image in just 5 seconds. GIMP on Raspbian is surprisingly fast and actually does it in only 14 seconds. On Ubuntu it takes more than 25 seconds to load the image, and that's actually a bit longer than what I would normally consider to be acceptable, especially if editing more than just one image. I decided to test zoom and panning on Ubuntu Mate as it's the system that runs GIMP the slowest. As you can see, it's not too bad and should work for most users. As these simple operations runs relatively fast even on Ubuntu, actually makes panning and zooming on a Raspberry Pi 3 quite easy and pleasant, no matter which system is used. The next thing I will do is to copy a small piece of the image and move it around the work area. How smooth this is done is probably highly dependent on how GIMP and Ubuntu distributes the task between the CPU and the GPU. On a normal PC you can always add a more powerful graphics card if you need it, but on a Raspberry Pi everything depends on the performance of the main Broadcom chip. To compare it to GIMP running on Raspbian, I'll swap in the Raspbian screen and do the same thing again. On Raspbian the image updates seem to happen a little faster, but the difference looks marginal. Maybe if I try with a much larger piece, I'll be able to slow the Pi down to a halt. Well, it may not look very smooth and nice, but GIMP actually handles the increased workload pretty nicely. Even while trying to update the screen, it manages to keep track of all my mouse movements. I have here focused on the part of the image that is updated when I stop moving the mouse. Then, to make the speed difference visible, I have slowed it down to about 5% of its original speed. As a whole, I see no reason at all not to use GIMP on a Raspberry Pi 3, at least for lighter image editing. If you need as much speed as possible on a Pi, then run GIMP on Raspbian, where it works very well indeed. To browse the internet on a Raspberry Pi, you have a number of browsers to choose from. I've chosen to use the default Firefox browser on Ubuntu Mate and the equivalent Iceweasel on Raspbian. As the Epinet browser funded by the Raspberry Pi Foundation in the past has shown to be very good at utilizing the Pi hardware, I have also included it in the comparison. I'm not aiming at actually testing the browsers, just to show how they react to loading the same web pages. Unfortunately, the BBC web pages I have used has a lot of dynamic commercial content that prevent a precise comparison, but it should give you an inkling to how they behave. The first thing I'll do is to see how fast the news page is loaded. Then I'll move around on different pages to see how general browsing looks like. I click the News tab now. Last but not least, I will test how well YouTube content is presented in the browsers. I know that the OMX player is really good at playing YouTube content on Raspberry Pis, but my main purpose is to test the browsers that are most commonly used. As you can see, watching full-screen YouTube video in Firefox on Ubuntu is terrible and a real pain. And the video clips here are only played in 720p. Then imagine what 1080p looks like. Maybe not running full screen, selecting a lower resolution or only watching videos with very little movement makes it feasible for some users. But for the majority, watching videos with Firefox on Ubuntu just won't work. The best browser to use when watching YouTube videos is undoubtedly Epony on Raspbian. It's designed specifically to make use of the graphics hardware on the Raspberry Pi, and it shows. I'm still quite disappointed by how it performs though, because this browser, as I remember it, was in an earlier revision able to play video almost perfectly, without dropping too many frames. What the problem is, I don't know, but something is clearly not what it once were. I could be wrong, but if not, I hope it will be corrected in a future software update. Iceweasel running on Raspbian performs relatively well, I think, and if you really need a much more complete browser than Epony on Raspbian, then use that instead. It's very easy to install as it's available in the default apt-get repository. I did not test the Chrome or Chromium browser, as I couldn't get it to run without crashing on the Pi 3 that ran Ubuntu Mate. That's all for now. I hope you found the information I got out of the testing as useful as it was for me. Thank you for watching.